Comrades, we can say here without any fear of contradiction that for the first time the liberation movement is confronted with a real election. That the ANC, since its existence and since 1994, is going to be confronted with a possibility of losing power in 2024. All indications everywhere, both emotionally and scientific and unscientific commentary, all of it is in consensus about the ANC getting below 40% in Free State in 2024. So all of this are happening because of the EFF. Before there was no EFF, the ANC has never received less than 50% anywhere in South Africa. Until the EFF arrived, the ANC started losing support in Tshwane, in Joburg, in Ekurhuleni, in Mogale City, in eThekwini, in Nelson Mandela, and many other parts of South Africa, because the EFF has arrived and the ANC must die to create space for the new to emerge. So if you meet a person who says the ANC is going to win elections, look for the next psychiatric hospital and book a date for that person, because such a person is not normal. The EFF is going to be a government in Free State. The EFF is going to be government in Gauteng. The EFF is going to be government in KwaZulu-Natal. The EFF is going to be government in Northwest. The EFF is going to be government in Mpumalanga, in the Eastern Cape, in the Northern Cape, in the Western Cape, in the whole of South Africa. The flag of the EFF shall rise at the Union Building. So we are not a clownish organization. We are a very serious organization that revived the political discourse in South Africa 10 years ago. That before the arrival of the EFF, the political discourse in South Africa and politics in general were boring, were not exciting until the EFF came. Today, every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to talk politics because EFF has made politics in South Africa fashionable. And now people know that their lives are affected by politics. Before 10 years of the EFF, no one will speak about the land in parliament. No one can speak about the land on the streets. No one can speak about the land in the shebeens and get attention of anyone. The land question became the real topic and was put firmly on the table of South Africa by the EFF. And today, everybody speaks about the land, including our children who go to schools of white people. When a white child assault or insult your child, and your child is looking for the nearest thing to insult back this white person, the quickest weapon in their mouth is, you guys stole our land. Because even children know that white people are land thieves in South Africa. They are what they are because of a stolen property. So the land question that the EFF speaks about is not a joke. It's not something to pass time with. It's a matter of life and death. When you are born into the land. That is the beginning. When you die, you must be buried on the land. That's why the land is the beginning and the end. That anyone who doesn't speak about the land doesn't appreciate the life itself. In your family, if you stay in a back room, your opinions do not matter because you have no land of your own. But if your brother who has gone to stay in an informal settlement in a rusty shack. From that shack, a visitor, but go in our back room. Why? Because he's got a piece of land. So having a piece of land automatically installs in you a dignity. That people respect you because you've got a property. So when we say that we want to do away with colonialist patterns of property ownership, we simply mean that we want to restore the lost dignity of our people. When they came into South Africa, the only thing they stole was the land. They did not take our women, they did not take our men, they just took the land. And they knew the men will follow. So we don't have to do anything if we want to be respected and we want to walk with dignity. We just have to reclaim the land that was stolen from our people. The most useless drunkard with a piece of land in an informal settlement. There was a party, after getting drunk, he goes back to his shack. The shack does not have a fence, the shack does not have a gate. Why? He's got a sense of pride. And that's what the land does to people. So it is this important subject that the EFF has tabled firmly on the table of politics in South Africa. And everybody today has got no choice but to address the land question. So before the EFF, no one knew there was Parliament channel on TV. Nobody cared. People used to vote and just go home. And then they will wake up after 5 years to go and vote again. Voting for what they don't know. But we made them aware that after voting and sending people to Parliament, you can watch them every day on 408 and see who's sleeping and who's not sleeping, so that you can make an informed decision when the next election comes. They said the youth of South Africa is no longer interested in politics. The EFF arrived and revived the interest of the youth in politics. And if you want to argue, you'll go and argue with your cousin there, because scientifically, go to every university, go to every TVET college, the youth of South Africa have said, we are on the side of the EFF. Now, the youth at universities and TVET colleges, they are the young intelligentsia. They know how to read, they know how to analyze, they know how to make things make sense. So after reading, they want to understand what makes sense here. And the youth of South Africa have responded through their vote that the only organization that makes sense is the EFF. You cannot lie to those youth in the universities with 350. You can't lie to them with RDP houses. You can't lie to them with food parcels. Even if you give them NSFAS, even if you give them money for accommodation and allowances, you will never bribe them with those types of gifts. All they want is what makes sense. The EFF makes sense. That's why we are on the side of the EFF.